Hello from Kings Langley in the UK, which is near London. What I'd like to discuss actually is mental health issues. The people who work in prisons and in the STEP program, I sure have come across them. The reason why I'm asking this is that when I was 27, I was hit by schizophrenia, and I've had to live with schizophrenia all my life. And I found centering prayer, because I was getting no help at all from our famous medical establishment other than drugs, which just suppresses the symptoms. And I had a short correspondence with Father Keating, and he told me that he had been told by the medical establishment it was dangerous for people with mental health issues like schizophrenia to be doing this practice. Well, I was wondering, what is the position on that now? Because this was back in 1990s, because basically it's the only thing I had to keep me sane, because when you're very frightened, because basically you're dreaming while you're awake, and that dream can be a nightmare. Now, I found holding on to the anchor word was something to give me something to cling to, because yes, psychosis is a dramatic unloading of the unconscious. But I just wondered how, because you must come across that in prisons and with the STEP program, people with mental health issues, whether how do you tackle that? And is that still the case? The medical establishment are advising you, as Father Keating told me when I wrote to him, that to do this with people with serious mental illness is dangerous.
Yeah, thank you, Carol. That's such an important question, and it's been talked about a lot. Maybe one person from the prison outreach, and maybe one person from the 12-step team. We won't hold you to a professional.
I am certainly not a professional, but I'm glad to share what's been shared with me. And I will say it's something I had a lot of trepidation about, and I talked at great length with Ray Leonardini before going in. And really, I think the bottom line is it's such an individual process, and that there's great merit to trusting the Spirit and how the Spirit works, and the wisdom that God doesn't give us more than we can handle. I mean, it's a little scary in a prison situation because they don't have good access to mental health resources. So it's not like you can, Father Keating always said, therapy, there's times to go to therapy, right? To supplement our prayer practice with good mental health support. And prisoners don't always have access to that. At the same time, do we not teach people how to be intimate with God out of a concern for their mental health?
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I can say that centering prayer was a very important part of my recovery.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know if anybody from the trust. Yeah, Jenny.
I think we've all been warned, and there certainly was a time when it was understood that there hadn't been enough research. We didn't really know what the outcomes would be, so to proceed with caution. I do know in 12-step programs, we often have people that are, they call themselves dual diagnosis people, to alert us that they have other issues besides the addiction issues, perhaps. And I like what Chandra said. It's a very individual kind of thing, and none of us can speak for what the Holy Spirit might do with anyone. So I think, we carry the message and allow the person to receive it in whatever way they want. But I don't think we should ever push the idea that people with mental health issues are going to take to centering prayer and experience the same kind of thing that some of us have. So proceed with caution would be my.
Thanks, Jenny. And I guess, as we've been saying in other ways, adaptation sometimes of how it's being presented is important. To me, having a lot of support when practicing the prayer is good for all of us, and particularly those who have, mental health issues or other issues, just support and being with a group and being with a teacher who can guide you.
Carol, thank you so much for bringing this up, because it is an issue with all kinds of people, mental health issues. And, one thing we always say in 12-step recovery, we're not doctors. And Thomas would always say, God honors all prayer. And for me, it is, like has been said, we take care of ourselves, but we never really give advice here. We just recommend, that centering prayer be a supplement to any other therapy, and that the 11th step is one of 12 steps. It's not like centering prayer is a cure-all for anything, that we have to consider ourselves holistic, and we would not encourage anybody to stop any other practice or work with a sponsor or working with a therapy group. Centering prayer is not a substitute for any of that. It's just a supplement to all of it. So that's all I'd like to say.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that.